When men are defining you, they have problems. When they had to define Jesus, I saw them say so many things. When they had to define Jesus, they struggled with the fact that a young teenage girl gave birth to him. They struggled with the fact that he didn't go to a private hospital with the entire West Wing bought off for the king, but rather he was born in a manger. And the first thing he heard is meh. The first friend he made is meh. There was no midwife, there was no surgeon, there was no specialized doctor, but the woman pushed by herself. They didn't understand that a king is born in such a lowly place. But hear me, whether they understand or do not understand, I saw the king rise to glory and the devil couldn't stop him. I prophesy tonight, you will rise to glory. I'm no devil in hell. In order to expect or manifest what God has about you, you need to be able to accommodate your God nature as a man. You need to what? Be able to accommodate your God nature as a man. If you are unable to accommodate your God nature as a man, you cease in your ability to manifest. My God. Whenever God enters man, he upsets the status quo. Let me say that again. When man is man, everything works ordinary. You're born, you go, you die. When God enters man, he begins to behave in ways that other men who have not encountered God struggle with their natural cognitive ability to take in. As soon as Jesus is born as a boy, everything is normal. He's growing. He goes to Egypt. He comes back. He's growing. He's 12 years. Enters the place and begins to sense that there is something about him that agrees with the church more than his home. So when they asked him, why have you done this? Mama and Papa are looking for you. A 12-year-old boy goes up for the first time and his answer is, who is my mother and who is my father? For the first time, the boy begins to exhibit natures that 12 years don't demonstrate, because the God in the boy is beginning to resonate with what's going on. He keep quiet, doesn't talk, and then follows them because it ain't yet time. And then all of a sudden he grows up of age, enters the temple one more day, and then he takes the Bible, the scrolls, and open it. When he opens the scrolls, he sees a scripture and says, today scripture is fulfilled to you to see. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to liberate the oppressed, set the captives free, open blind eyes. The conclusion is what I love: to declare, to preach the acceptable year of the Lord. Now, this is a boy born of a virgin, grew up, nothing extraordinary about him until the day he's given the scrolls, the letter, the law in his hands. All of a sudden, the God in him is agreeing with what is there, and then he tells them, there is something about me that you didn't know until now, but now your eyes will see it. And from that day, the blind saw, the dead woke up, the deaf heard, the lame walked. Can I talk to somebody here? I need you to grow comfortable with the nature of God in your life. Everybody says you're crazy. That's okay. The things you say you're gonna do, when people hear it, they first of all do a history check. Who is your mother? Who is your father? What village do you come from? Oh, Papa, your friend is saying, Ejuma Ben Oye. Hear me. They write you off just from your background, and little did they know that Christ in me is the hope of my glory. Little did they know that tomorrow is a possibility, not because of who my father is, of who my mother is, but rather because of in him I live, in him I move, in him I have my being. Can I preach to somebody tonight? I don't know what they said about you, but I hear in the realm of the spirit, you are about to explode, you are about to shine, you are about to become the head and never the tail. If you don't grow comfortable with the God in you, your life becomes a pain. If you don't grow comfortable with what God has commanded you to do, your life is in trouble. Every one of us must ask, what did God say I am and can do? When Jesus left the temple that day, those online, welcome to Hour of Glory. When he left the temple that day, he gets to a pool of Bethesda. A man older than him, the man's sickness is older than Jesus, 38 years. He looks at the man, get up and walk. The man says, no, there is a method to this getting up and walk. Jesus says, can you forget the method? I am resurrection and life. Now, at this point, he's talking crazy. Everybody, when the Pharisees heard him, they are wondering, what manner of man talks and says, I have power to forgive sin? The own disciples on the sea, when he comes up and tells the ocean, peace be still, they say, what manner of man is this? Can I talk to somebody here? The manner of man that is able to manifest is the man comfortable with his God nature. Come on, lift up those hands. Jeez. Those in house, lift up your hands. The young man at the back there in the striped shirt, come to me. Can you lift up your hands to heaven for me? What do? You teach music. Every hand stretched towards him. Bring him honor. Bring him grace. Bring him favor before kings. That they will give him a name wherever he goes. Open your mouth and begin to pray for him. Help him. Bring him back to me. The Spirit of the Lord carried me. And I don't know where you come from, but I see some guys having a meeting. Are you a guy? I see some guys having a meeting. The name at the center of the meeting is Nene. That's your name. The name that they are having a meeting about is Nene. Then they are having a meeting that it doesn't matter what they try, as long as they have your name there and their feet is on it, you will not shine. But right now, the Spirit of God said to announce to you that in this month of August, God will carry you, and by the time you cross the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of this month, God will push you into a new door. Every struggle in your life is terminated. Hear me. On the 22nd of August, that is your birthday. It is the day that the attack is supposed to take place. But that you will know that you came to the house of God. On the 22nd of August this month, a certain meeting is not happening in Ada, it's happening right here in Accra. Down around Labadi area, I saw 11 people sitting by a river like that, and then I saw them chanting on the name, and then they have said, if they cannot prevent the star from rising, they will slaughter it. So on the 21st, an accident will be plotted to take your life. But I prophesied tonight that when you enter 21st of August, my God will preserve you. And when you celebrate your birthday on the 22nd, no devil in hell will prevent you from shining.